I am talking to you. No, you are not putting those things on.
I have a right to listen to music.
You, madam, forfeited all your rights after what you did in school today. In case you have forgotten, you were suspended for that.
Fine, lock me up. I'm glad I did what I did. Who cares about Sloan Carpenter's stupid medals anyway?
I care. And the school cares. You and your little friend Lorna deliberately trashed Sloan's booth at the Career Day program. The school is not going to ignore it, and much more to the point, I will not ignore it. Now, you look straight at me, Jessica, and you listen. Look at me. Whether you like it or not, we are going to talk about what you did, and you are going to take the consequences.
Fine, I'll talk. With Dad. Just Dad. Because I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, stop. Madam, please.
Priscilla, what is your job description?
To serve you in all things.
Exactly. So today you are going to serve me by keeping Mr. Buck Miller of Fort Worth, Texas, entertained.
Oh, I still don't know why you went to the trouble to lure this gentleman to Landview. Isn't one rich Texan enough for you?
Darling, Asa has my heart, but he doesn't realize how much he needs me. So I intend to make him jealous by doing business with his arch rival.
Oh, I see. You're going to play one against the other.
Here. Yes, exactly. You are such a smart girl. Now, all you have to do is keep him amused while I get everything ready for the business meeting back at the penthouse.
Oh, what sort of business do you have in mind?
Well, they say that everything that Asa Buchanan has, Buck Miller wants. So, in the spirit of free enterprise, I intend to be irresistible.
Max, tell me there's a mistake. The computer has you down for a room tonight, a single. What in the name of heaven are you doing?
Max is gone. He packed his bag and he walked out.
Oh, no.
It's not my fault. I never should have listened to you. I never should have pushed him into a corner.
Luna, we thought that we were trying to help him. He was out of control. He's not capable of making any kind of decision right now.
Yeah, well, I should have listened to my instinct. I should have talked to his goodness. I know I made him feel like nobody could trust him.
But the truth is, Luna, we can't trust him. I mean, he betrayed that trust.
Yeah, we treated him like a bad little boy. We made him feel like he had to check with us with every little business decision.
Yeah, we did that. But it was the only way.
It was the wrong way. We pushed him too far. And now, I don't know how I'm ever gonna get him back.
Luna, sometimes they got this thing called tough love. Now, I think that's what Max needs most right now.
But honey, he feels like nobody understands him.
We do understand him. See, that's the problem. He doesn't understand right now. He doesn't understand that he's got a problem. And until he does, well, it's just gonna get worse. Look, if we hadn't stopped him, all right? Who knows what kind of damage he could have destroyed everything that he's worked so hard to accomplish. You don't give car keys to a drunk man, do you?
No, of course you don't.
All right, so you can't give Max an open checkbook right now. It doesn't matter whether he's going to gamble it away at a casino or at the stock market. You got to draw a line here, and you got to stick to it.
Yeah, but maybe that's right for you, Cord. You are a friend. I am his wife. I love him. I am scared to death.
I know you are.
He's ashamed. Don't you see that? He's always been the tough one. He's always been the one we turn to. And now he's got this weakness, and he's never gonna be able to face it. He won't.
Where's Daddy?
Hey, Sugar, I was just asking Cord here that same question.
Yeah, and I was telling her that, you know, I think your daddy's out in the woods right now. He's probably looking for another one of those natural springs. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna try to find him, okay?
I don't think he's out in the woods.
Oh, why do you say that, sweetheart?
'Cause I was just looking out my window and I saw Daddy going in the car with a suitcase. Where did Daddy go?
Married couples need a little space every now and then.
Checking into a room, you may call that giving yourself space. I call it trouble.
Well, you call it whatever you like, Renee, but Luna and I need some time apart to work some things out.
I see. And that's mutual.
She understands.
I think you're lying. And you can't help yourself, can you? You know, lying becomes a habit once you get hooked on gambling.
But don't you start preaching to me about the sin of gambling.
Sin is not gambling. The sin is throwing your life away.
Yeah, and going back on a promise, Renee, just what word do you have for that, huh?
Oh, you mean my going over to see Luna?
Behind my back. After I asked you in confidence about the loan, it wasn't good enough for you to just turn me down. I know you had to turn around and run right to my wife with this.
And I promised you nothing. I went to see Luna as a good friend and as your friend, Max, whether you believe it or not. Boy, I'll tell you, mister, you are one lucky guy. You may not be lucky at cards, but you sure are lucky at love, and you don't even know it, do you? I mean, you think that this whole thing is just about you, how much you need, how you feel. Well, what about Luna? What about what she needs?
Well, gee, maybe we could take care of that if you and Cord would just get your nose out of our business.
This has nothing to do with Cord and me. You did this all by your lonesome. You've moved out. You are hurting Luna. Or don't you care anymore?
Of course I care. I love Luna more than I love my own life. Why do you think it hurts so much to know that she doesn't trust me anymore, that I've lost her trust?
She is not moving away from you. That is the point. She's reaching out for you, and you are pushing her away.
She's straight. She's not reaching out to me. I'm still the man she fell in love with. Yeah, I take risks. Yeah, I'm a little wild sometimes. And yes, I love to take chances. But that's what she wanted. That's what she got. And now she wants something different. She wants me to be safe and tame and predictable. Will you listen to me, Renee? That wasn't me. That isn't me. That never will be me.
You're the one who broke things up. Not me, not Kevin, not Joey, and especially not Dad. Dad did nothing wrong. It was you.
Stop it.
Well, why don't you tell her, Dad? Tell her how much you love her. I mean, tell her how she just forgot about us to go to Sloan.
No, Jessica, I never forgot about you, not for one instant, and I never will.
Yeah, that's what you say, but look what you did. So don't give me any of your advice, 'cause I don't want it.
Well, I am very sorry, but like it or not, you are going to listen to me.
You can't make me listen to you.
Yes, I can, Jessica. If I have to, I will.
Let me talk to her.
Oh, really? And what do you think that's going to accomplish?
May I talk to her alone, please?
All right, fine. You talk to her. I will be in my bedroom. When you have finished, please let me know. Jessica, don't shut me out, please.
Thank you, Dad. I knew you'd understand.
I don't.
What? But you made her leave.
I didn't make her leave. I asked her to leave so we could talk. No, so I could talk and you could listen. Now, Jesse, what you're thinking and what you're doing is just plain wrong, and it's high time it stopped. Now.
Hey, Max.
Man, can't a guy eat, drink in peace around here?
Well, you look so far away.
If only. Oh, Blair, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be taking this out on you.
I thought all your problems were solved. Isn't that why you borrowed the $60,000?
Well, that solved half the problems. I was able to pay off my broker in full, which I couldn't have done if you hadn't bailed me out.
Oh, hey, you would have done the same for me.
Maybe. Maybe not. All I know is that when everyone else was giving me advice and opinions, you gave me what I really needed, and I'll never forget that. And I promise I'm going to pay you back as soon as I can.
Oh, look, Max, there's no rush. We didn't even sign an agreement. Look, your smile
was all that mattered. It was good enough for me. So, you said that half of your problems were solved. What else has happened? Wait. You haven't lost more money, have you, Max?
Well, according to my partners, losing is my middle name.
Don't they know that you're just trying to make money for the company?
Well, you know, that seems to have eluded them. They think all I'm good for now is getting into trouble. So fine. They don't want me involved in Serenity Springs. Do everyone a favor. I'll just keep my distance.
So, you moving in here?
Here, there, wherever. What's the difference?
Come on, Max, do you want to talk about it?
I've already talked. Doesn't help.
Well, maybe you're talking to the wrong people. Hey, I'm not here to judge you, and I can be a good listener, so how about giving it another try? There he is. That's your cue. Go. Go.
Okay, bye-bye, honey. Where is he? Where is this Alex Oltl? You tell her Buck Miller has landed. One giant step for mankind.
Mr. Miller, I have the privilege
Alex,
of...
honey, is that you? My, you sounded so much huskier on the telephone.
Well, sir, there's a...
No. There's no need to be so formal. I feel like we're old friends already, don't we? Lord have mercy, honey, you're as dandy as my grandma's chihuahua. I kind of pictured someone with a little more meat on the bone.
There's a reason for that, Mr. Miller.
Now, it's Buck to my buddy, dear. And I know we're going to be great compadres. Son, give me a bottle of your best bourbon and a fresh deck of cards. A little lady and I are going to make history together. Financial and otherwise. Deal.
But Jesse, no matter how much you hurt, no matter how much you wish the divorce hadn't happened, it happened.
Because she let Sloan Carpenter come and steal her away.
No, it isn't that simple, and you know it. Look, your mother has her life, and she has her choices, just like I have mine, and you have yours. Jesse, this anger that you're feeling, this acting like a spoiled kid, what is this? Is it because you want your mother to pay more attention to you?
I don't care about her. I mean, like you said, she made her choice.
Oh, Jesse, don't you see? You don't have to fight for your mother's love or attention. That's a given. You've already got it. And nobody, not Sloan Carpenter or anyone else, will ever take her away from you.
Took it away from you.
No. And I have tried and tried to make you see it wasn't like that. It was your mother and me, not Sloan Carpenter. Your mother and me. We got the divorce.
Okay, so maybe it's not all his fault, but still, I mean, she's always busy with the wedding plans and Dorian's
wait a minute. She can't win with you, can she? Now, to hear you tell it, either she's smothering you with too much love or she's ignoring you completely. Now, come on, you can't have it every which way. Jesse, maybe you should stop looking at what you think your mother is doing wrong and start taking a look at what you might be doing wrong.
Here we are, my friend. They said we couldn't take it. They said we'd never make it. Just took a lifetime, that's all. Hey, don't I know you? I seem to recall you said you'd share your life with me so many years ago.
I thought you were on my side.
There, do you see? Do you see? Are you listening to yourself? Jessica, when most people get a divorce, one of their biggest worries is that the kids are going to have to choose sides. You've turned all that upside down. You want your mother and me to fight over you, don't you? Now, is that fair?
I don't want anyone to fight. I want everything to be like it was.
Well, it can't be. It can't be. Even if your mother and I hadn't gotten a divorce, things wouldn't have stayed the same. You know why? Because people change. People grow. Sometimes they grow apart. But that doesn't mean that your mother has forgotten you. Jessie, she keeps reaching out to you, trying to do what you want, and you keep changing the rules on her. Honey, maybe we should stop. Maybe we should stop thinking about what we need from your mother and give a little consideration to what she might need from us. Now, I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I do know this. None of us, not you or me or your mother, will ever be happy if we don't stop yelling and start listening to each other.
I always listen to you.
No, that's not good enough. All of us. And that includes your mother. And I know that there isn't anything she wouldn't do to break down that wall that's between you. Do your old dad a favor, will you? Will you go to her and talk to her, please?
Didn't you and Daddy fight again?
No, we didn't. Can't lie to you, can I, Puddin'? Well, your daddy and I had a little, disagreement, but, we're gonna fix things, and we're gonna be back together again, good as new.
When?
Oh, well, that's a little harder to answer. Let's just, hope and pray as sooner than later.
Maybe that's Daddy!
Hey, looky who's here. Do I get a big hug? Hey, Renee, why don't you come on in here? You want some tea, or maybe you some, I got some tofu cheesecake.
You don't have to entertain me. I'm here to listen, talk, whatever you need.
Al, isn't it time for Mr. McLivers on TV? Why don't you go on in my room and you can watch him, okay? See ya. He knows something's wrong. He heard us fighting, and, earlier today, Max, he packed his bag and he left.
I know. I know, darling. I just left him at the hotel.
I feel like it's a bad dream. I didn't think anything could come between us.
Nothing can unless you let it. Darling, he's angry. He's ashamed, but not at you, at himself. Sweetheart, I think you should go to him and let him know how much you love him.
He don't want to hear that right now.
Well, you're just going to have to find a way to make him listen before he gives in to the self-destructive side of him and does something that he regrets for the rest of his life.
It was a surgical strike. 1 minute I'm a full partner, the next minute they cut me out.
Come on, they can't do that, can they?
2 against 1.
Doesn't Cord realize that he wouldn't even be a part of Serenity Springs unless you brought him in as a partner?
But he seems to have forgotten that little tidbit. Same as he forgot how he trusted me to save CJ and Al when they were almost killed. Same as how he forgot I was always there to pick him up off the ground when Tina knocked him down there. Yeah, it's called friendship. But with Cord, it's a one-way street. It only goes his direction.
I know what it feels like to have a friend turn against you.
Doesn't even come close to what it feels like when you lose the trust of someone who claims to love you.
You mean like I lost your trust? I've been there, Max. I begged you for your understanding, but you wouldn't give it to me.
Claire, wait.
No, Max. You only saw my mistakes, not why I made them. When I needed it most, you wouldn't allow yourself to see the real me. It's strange, isn't it, Max?
What?
Strange that in spite of everything, I have always somehow understood you.
Sleep deprivation. 70 million Americans have experienced it, but you don't have to. Introducing Sleep and All Soft Gels with the sleep aid preferred by 7 out of 10 doctors. New Sleep.
Honey, you know, the stronger a man is, the harder it is for him to admit that he has a weakness. Believe me, I know.
You talking about Asa?
Mm-hmm. The more I mentioned his drinking to him, the more I suggested that he should get help. He just kept pushing me away. And I realize now that the same goes for Max with his gambling. He thinks it has to do with his wild side, his daredevil nature. So if you criticize him, no matter how much you mean to be doing a good thing for him, he thinks you're trying to tame him.
Oh, Renee, what am I supposed to do? Pretend the problem doesn't exist? Just ignore it?
No, come on, sit down. I didn't mean that, sweetheart. Oh. Look, I think the first thing that you have to do is to realize that you're hurting too because he betrayed you, and then somehow get past that.
Is that what you did with Asa?
Believe me, it wasn't easy. Oh, I was hurting. So much so I was on his case. Every time he raised that Bloody Mary, I just had to show him that he should know that he was doing wrong.
Didn't work, did it?
He just kept drinking more Bloody Marys. And then it was that I remembered my old friend back in Reno days. You remember the one I told you about?
Yeah, the friend with the gambling problem.
Oh, boy. I learned from him the hard way that you cannot make someone stop gambling. And so I decided to apply that lesson to Asa. I stopped trying to fix him.
Well, but then he just keeps drinking and he keeps destroying himself, so...
I had to hope that he was strong enough that he wouldn't. And then I had to help him to see that I believed that he was.
Renee, you really think that he can fight this thing on his own?
I think that what matters is that you think he can. I only know what doesn't work. Blaming him, accusing him, trying to make him think that he's failed you in some way. You'll have the high ground, but he's going to walk away because he's going to feel like there is no place for him in your life.
But there is. He knows there is.
Yes, he will. If you show him the good that you see in him.
I'm going to go to the palace right now, and I'm going to make this thing work with him. I'm not going to let him do this to himself or to us.
You suckered me good, didn't you? All that stuff about wanting to listen to me when all you wanted to do was throw that old wound back in my face. Something else I did wrong.
Max.
Look, you don't understand me as well as you think you do. Not if you compare what I have with Luna with what we had. Luna and I have a marriage. You and I had a fever.
Now look, Max, it started off that way, but you and I both know that...
It could have been more, maybe. But we'll never know because you never gave it a chance. I'm not going to let you rewrite history and turn me into the bad guy.
You're right. It was cruel of me to bring back all those memories and lay them on you. And I am the one who left you for Asa after all.
Oh, could we please drop this?
No, but Max, look, you have got to know that the last thing that I wanted to do was to hurt you. I thought that Asa was the only one who could protect my mother from the institution, and I was wrong, Max. Please, look at me. I have regretted that. I have regretted that from the day it happened.
It's a bad thing, regret, Blair. You just can't go back. You may as well get on with your life.
I know. I do. But Max, you and I have both changed a lot since we had that fever. And I meant what I said about understanding you. And I think you coming to me for help means that you understand me a little too.
You had money. I needed it.
You know it was more than that. If you hadn't let go of your anger and seen me as flesh and blood and not just some member you wanted to forget, you would have never taken that money from me. Am I right?
I guess.
So the way I see it is that maybe we were getting beyond all the bad memories and the regrets. Who knows, Max? Maybe we can even be friends again.
We already are friends. You didn't ask why. You said, how can I help? And then you did it. I'm gonna pay you back as soon as I can.
No, Max, I already told you.
No, I know what you told me, but listen, I got part of the money together already. So listen, I want to give that to you, all right? It's upstairs in my room. It's necessary to me.
Mom. Can I talk to you?
You know, dishwashing detergents can leave spots and residue.
I'm not saying old Ace is a has-been now, far from it. You can still make a deal with the devil on the hottest day in July. But when it comes to yours truly, honey, he's no match. Give me another card, son. Make it sing to me. Turn them over. Oh, yes. I hate to take your money. But seeing so it's Ace's, Reminds me of the time that I beat him at rattlesnake wrestling. Come a little closer, Alex. I'll tell you all about it.
I've been trying to tell you my name.
See, I bet old Asa $1,000 that I could out-wrestle a rattlesnake. Seeing so that boy don't like to be beat at anything, he bet me he could out-wrestle it first. So we put up our money. He jumps into the pit with the biggest damn rattlesnake you ever saw. I mean, he picked it up with his bare hands. He flung it this way, and he flung it that way. And about that time, he noticed that rattlesnake had a mama. A big mama. And a daddy, and a brother, and a sister, and a couple of cousins. Well, you never saw a man fly out of a hole faster than old Asa. I want to tell you. He got to the top of that pit, he flopped on the ground, he was shaking all over. I thought he had a snake still stuck in his pants. I'd like to die laughing. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He looks up at me, and I'm grinning at him, and I said, well, Ace, I guess you win. So I give him the money. It was worth every nickel of it.
That was a very cruel thing to do, Mr. Miller.
But don't you fret none, honey. I made sure them rattlesnake was defanged. I made sure of it.
And you didn't tell Mr. Buchanan?
What, miss all the fun?
Gary, has Max Holden been here tonight?
No, I haven't seen him, Mr. Roberts.
And I don't suppose you would tell me if you had seen him, right?
Cordero Roberts, as I live and breathe.
Buck Miller, what the hell are you doing here in Landview?
Now, what else would bring me all this way?
Oh, don't tell me you and Ace are at it again, huh?
I don't recall we ever gave it up. But I think the old boy's getting afraid of me in his old age, because I ain't seen hide and hair of him since I've been here.
Well, I don't know if he's afraid of you. I think he may just be biding his time.
Well, that's fine by me. Gives me a little time to play with his partner here, huh?
Partner?
It's a real woman of mystery, son. I kind of expected a cross between Greta Garbo and Marilyn Monroe, but you know what they say, son? Still waters run deep.
Listen, I hate to be the one to break this to you, Buck, but I think old Asa got the better of you this time.
What do you mean?
This lady of mystery, her name is Priscilla. She works for Alex all enough as her, maid.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Now, I have certainly been trying to explain.
I don't want any of her explanations, Missy. I just want the simple, unadorned truth. Now, where the hell is Alex Oltl? What's she trying to pull?
Not bad, kid, if I say so myself. Wars have been fought over less desirable territory. What's a little battle between friends? Well, come and get it, Bucky boy. If I play my cards right, you'll propose to me before Asa gets back. Won't that make you just a little jealous?
Dad said we should talk.
What do you say?
I don't know, maybe. He said that I'm not being fair. I just asked for all kinds of stuff, you know, from you.
Well, it sounds like you and Daddy had quite a serious talk. You thought he was going to take your side, right? Say it was all my fault. And he didn't. Guess I'm pretty lucky to have such a good friend in your father. He is my friend, you know, Jesse. He always will be. Is that very confusing for you?
Man, sometimes everything confuses me.
Come here, darling. You know something, Jess? Sometimes I am very confused, too. Not about my feelings, though, okay? My feelings for you and your brothers and your father and Sloan. I am very definite about those. But, baby, sometimes I get awful confused about what to do or how to do it.
You don't act like it.
No, I know I don't. I try not to anyway. I guess I think that mothers have to be confident, and that gives their children confidence. But you know, maybe it's not such a bad thing to let you see the other side of me. The vulnerable and the insecure side. Because maybe that makes your problems not seem quite so big and scary.
I never said I was scared.
Didn't you? You wouldn't be normal if you weren't scared. Because a lot of very strange and scary things have happened to you recently. I mean, for one thing, you're just plain old growing up. And your whole body is changing. You're even big enough that you can fit into my favorite cotton sweater, which I would like to have back one of these days, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I love it that we can share clothes. I really do. You know, when you wear that pearl necklace of yours, I look at it and I know that my grandma gave it to my mother, and my mother left it to me, and I gave it to you. And that makes me realize that even though things change, they stay the same.
That's what Dad says, only different, you know. I guess you're right. I mean, when I'm in this house, it's...
I know, babe. I know. It must be awful hard to be here because all you can do is remember how it used to be. And I guess this house doesn't seem very safe anymore. I guess sometimes it doesn't even seem like home.
I wanted to, but...
I know. And it will be again, Jesse. I promise you it will, but you have to give that time, and you have to give me the chance to make it home again. You know?
How?
Instead of just a big old house with memories. How?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing the trial, and you have...
I have Sloan. You know, Jesse, I do have other things in my life besides you, don't I? But then I always have had. What you should know, though, is that nothing in my life is more important than you are. And it never, ever will be. Because you and I we're a part of each other. We're connected by a bond that will never, ever be broken. Do you understand that?
You really mean that?
You bet I mean it. It's true. No matter what happens, we will never really be separated. I promise you.
I had an idea.
What?
Well, Cord's going to California for business, and he's taking CJ and Sarah with to see Tina. And I was wondering if I could go with him.
To California? Well, I mean, I don't see what...
And you could come too. I mean, Cord will be doing his work, and Sarah and CJ will be with Tina, and I figured you and I could kind of hang out, you know? What do you say?
Well, I think it would be a wonderful idea. I love to travel with you.
And I mean, we've never been to California together without going to theme parks and stuff, kid stuff. I figured, hey, we could be like adults. Go shopping on Rodeo Drive.
You know, I think they call it Rodeo Drive.
Right. We could take the tour of the movie star homes and go to those really restaurants shaped like hot dogs and stuff. Can see the handprints in the cement, the palm trees, the oceans, surfers.
Oh, it's all very, very adult, isn't it?
Don't make fun of me.
No, darling, I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you. I think California's a terrific place. Who knows? You might even run bang smack into Luke Perry.
How do you know about Luke Perry?
Me? Are you kidding? I have my finger on the pulse of television. When were you planning on taking this trip to California?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I know it's short notice.
It's no notice.
I know you missed the trial, and I know you'll be away from Sloan. I guess I'm asking you to choose. Go with me or stay with them. I won't make you go, Mom. It's up to you.
Open up, lady! My name's Buck Miller, and I got something I want to say to you.
Come in, Mr. Miller.
Hi, Buck. I'm Alex. Let's you and me make a deal.
Well, cock-a-doodle-doo.
Max, come on. Hold on to the money.
What, were you saying I'm not good for the rest?
No, I'm not saying that, but there's no need to pay back in installments, especially when you can use it to make more money, Max.
Blair, come on, I owe you big time. Please, here, take the money, and I'll get you the rest as soon as I can.
All right, well, if you and... Wait.
Blair.
I've got a great idea, Max. How about if we head over to the casino and play a little blackjack?
And what am I supposed to do for chips? This is all the money I have.
I'm loaning it back to you.
No, I can't let you do that.
Well, you can't. It's my money to loan, isn't it? So come on, Max. Tonight might be your lucky night. You might even be able to win back all the money that you owe me. What do you think?
I think you are great for my ego and lousy for my bank account, is what I think.
What bank account?
Ah, you do have a point. Well, hey, I got nowhere to go but up. What the heck? Maybe the old Holden luck is coming back, huh?
All right.
Max, are you in there, honey? Open the door. I need to see you.